What else?
None with a beard. I
None
think
with a
that would
beard.
be if you're a bearded man. You this is one of the harder ones to do. You have to have it ready to go. You have to have the none have it
Right.
there. But if you're prepared, it's hanging in your closet or something. You throw it on quick. And you're like, can I help you, tea?
Let me see. Another obvious one would be to show up like covered in blood.
Yeah, yeah. You can make fake blood by mixing Caro syrup and like red dye together, or like any red stuff. I guess probably ketchup would work with Caro syrup because you have to have the Caro syrup to make it that consistency.
Right, right.
And then when it dries like blood dries. How about in a Dalek costume? Another plunger reference too.
True.
How about a Dalek costume where the plunger appendage is dripping for some unknown reason?
With blood.
I'm not sure which would be worse. A plunger dripping with blood or just clear liquid? A plunger dripping with blood, that's... Like, what the fuck were you just doing with that plunger?
Exactly. That's why I said it.
Oh.
We're dripping with really anything that's just not water. Like pudding.
Pudding.
Like again, why? Like vanilla pudding. Butterscotch pudding.
How about with a plunger handle in your ass? You walk completely normally. You answer the door. You're naked. That's not normal. But you have a plunger handle in your ass.
True. Or feather duster. As the line goes from Fight Club, stuffing feathers up your ass does not make you a chicken.
How about you come to the door wearing one of those chin dildos?
Really, any dildo strapped to your face, I think is good.
Strapped to any part of your head. It's sort of like you could have the upward dildo that shows
straight up like the spike on a World War I German helmet.
Yes, like like a dildo Kaiser.
Right, exactly.
That could be a fake sexual euphemism. Gave her the old dildo Kaiser.
We are made of sex.
Yeah. You can have the top, the straight up dildo is the Chota Boy out, the look of Chota Boy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
From Orgasmo. And then there's the chin dildo. I don't know if there's a forehead dildo.
What about a nose dildo?
I guess. That'd be the scariest fucking clown in existence. Hi kids, I'm Dildo the Clown.
Just waving back and forth. And bouncing up and down as he walks.
What's balloon animals?
There's one on your nose. Shut the fuck up.
I wonder if clowns are scary because they're in the uncanny valley. You think they exist there?
I think there's something to that.
Maybe.
They could be.
Did we ever mention that? What that is?
I don't know if we've ever brought it up. I think we brought up like real dolls enough that we should have.
You could probably do it better than I could explain it if you want to quickly fill people in.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the uncanny valley, if you've never heard of it, is basically this concept of how realistic a robot or an android is and how well people react to it. And basically, like, if you think of it as a graph, if you're graphing, how human it is against how human it is in appearance versus how well people respond to it. Basically, as an android, well, I'll just say android. As an android becomes more human-looking, people respond more and more positively to it. However, there's a point where it gets so human-looking that it weirds people out. It sort of freaks them out. And the rating that they give for how much they like the android plummets. It goes way back down to the beginning. And then if you make it even just a little bit more human to the point where I guess you would say that it's basically indistinguishable, then the liking for the android goes way up. But there's that weird gap between a perfect human, I don't know, Something that looks perfectly human, and something that's really close, but just different enough that it freaks you the fuck out. So that's the uncanny valley, where things look so uncannily human that the response to them is just totally, it's wrong. Nobody likes it. It freaks them the fuck out. So clowns could fit in there because they look generally human, but they've got sort of distorted features, distorted facial expressions, fucked up hair, fucked up clothes, fucked up retarded ways of talking. They might just be adjusted right down to that uncanny valley.
I wonder if anybody else has ever thought of that. Probably.
Maybe.
As
I don't know.
Someone famously said, everything that can be invented has been invented. That seems legit.
Totally.
So you could come to the door about carrying a severed head. That could be fun.
Could be good.
Not necessarily a human head or a real head.
Or just with a mannequin under your arm.
A mannequin or blow-up doll. I like the idea of a blow-up doll, especially like a squeaky one. That just sounds funny to me.
We got in trouble once in college because we bought a blow-up doll, and we brought it back to the dorms, and we filled it up with air and put it in our window and left for Christmas break. And we got a very stern letter when we got back because I guess it's weird. It's like they got pissed that it was there, and they couldn't get to us because we weren't at school because it was break, but they weren't pissed enough that they went into our room and took it. So, which I figured they could. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if they were allowed. But assuming they were allowed, I didn't know why they got so pissed. It's like, if you don't like it, just walk into our rooms and yank it the fuck out. It's just a blow-up doll. And it lost most of its air, and it was gone by the time we got back anyways. It's a shitty, $18 blow-up doll.
Well, I wonder if it's because, technically they're your landlord and you have, certain tenants' rights to not have your place opened up. Probably.
But it was still just very silly.
That's one of those prudish, I guess it's like a college, I guess I could see their problem with it, but, god damn it, I would be the fucking coolest, dean of all time. Jesus Christ, do we really have to complain? We got shit to do. Are we going to, devote our time? Or maybe that's the reason they don't have shit to do. They got all this spare time to, fuck around with people playing a harmless gag.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't care about any of that shit. I would go to my job as the dean. I would walk through the campus. I would see that. I would, be like, huh. Then I would continue to my office. And then I would cash my check. So, but that's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a kook. I don't know.
This is a college, goddammit. There's no room for shenanigans.
I miss the idea of, colleges in the oldie-timey days. Not so long ago when they let people have a kegger right in the middle of, the quad.
Right.
Not never today would you even hear of such a thing.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad. It's sad that in that sort of way things are getting shittier.
Mm-hmm.
Which actually that's I don't think we're gonna talk about that this week, but sort of the topic of trends that are making our society worse. That's one that I think it's. I'll never get tired of complaining about PC fucks and do-gooderism.
Right.
And, the reason why they don't have keggers on college lawns anymore is because the drinking age went up, for one thing. But
right.
Also, there are a lot of 21-year-old college students, and they still don't allow it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just people sort of ruining all the fun. Man, I think I'm going to die.
That'll make for a really awkward show.
Dies on air. I think I'm going to take some codeine cough syrup in a bit.
Sounds like a plan. We could put a little audio clip in your headstone of you hacking yourself to death. That'd be fun.
But I I think that we would be all right if colleges still had keggers on their lawns. I think it would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's all grown-ups. It's all people that are able to join the military and go kill other people or be killed. It's not the end of the world. But whatever. I mean, that's just not the world we live in anymore.
That's true. And people are fucking retarded, and they will try to ruin it for the rest of people. The rest of everybody.
But moving on, you could answer the door carrying a box of tissues and a bottle of lotion or lube. And be like, what?
Oh, depending on the person, that might totally fly under the radar.
Oh, they wouldn't even...
Some sweet old ladies are trying to tell you about Jehova.
Oh, that poor young man. He's got dry skin and a cold.
He's so chafed.
Sorta.
Sorta. Yeah. There are parts of me that are more callous than others, but...
I mean, you use lotion, you just wait a week. You could answer the door wearing a bra. That could be interesting.
Really, man or woman. Because if you're a woman, you can just answer the door in your bra. That's a little weird.
Well, you could answer the door wearing a bra on your head, man or woman.
That's also true.
How about no shirt but bra on your head?
That's true.
As a woman.
Oh, okay. Oh, as a woman.
No, your tits are out, but you have a bra strapped firmly and securely to your old melon.
That reminds me of Weird Science.
Yes.
Could be good.
How about you pull the old Donald Sutherland maneuver from Animal House where you're wearing a long shirt that covers everything?
Hold on a second. First of all, it just sounds funny to have something called the Donald Sutherland maneuver. It sounds just arcane and occult enough.
Well, you could just call it the Donald Sutherland, and it would sort of be like the hot Carl.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you have a long shirt on and you're covered, but you find excuses to reach up for things, and you expose yourself from time to time.
You could be wearing nothing but an apron.
Yeah, apron.
That would be good too.
What else?
I don't know.
How about you're fully clothed, but you have a giant cucumber shoved in your crotch, so there's a huge bulge. How about? Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say there are a million ways to go with some of this shit. Just have weird stuff in your pockets, like the whole bathrobe thing. Have fruit or cucumbers in your robe pockets.
Yeah.
You're just walking around with fruit.
You could speak gibberish, like a gibberish foreign language. Just a lot of rapid sounds come out of your mouth. One comedian I heard years ago, I don't remember who it was anymore, but it might have been Dave Attell. He said that you can make it sound like you're speaking a foreign language by saying the names of the Jackson 5 quickly. So I'll let you all do that in your heads.
I have to think about that.
You could answer the door with dog shit smeared all over your bare chest.
You go too far, sir. Too far.
Now, here's one that takes a little more preparation again. You keep a whole bunch of pictures of yourself, stored somewhere, and when you see somebody's going to be coming in, you get them all out and you, place them around your living room. So there's just pictures of your own head, everywhere.
That would be funny just to do in general, though. When people come over to your house, especially if you live alone, just pictures of you, nobody else. You're not doing anything particularly interesting. It's not you hang gliding or at the Grand Canyon. It's just there's a picture of you in the living room, in the dining room. There's a picture of you in the kitchen, in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Just nondescript headshots everywhere. That would be so fucking weird.
That could be a fun experiment. They do experiments with college kids sometimes where they give them fake beer and stuff, and set up a house like that and run an experiment where you invite in people over and over again, and you just keep tallying up the results on a clipboard.
Right.
There's a giant one-way mirror, and there's two goon scientists with clipboards on the other side, just observing everything creepily.
Well, because it's such like a throwaway gag to have like, you know, a guy that lives alone with like his dog or his cat, and it's pictures of him with his cat everywhere.
Yeah.
But to me, it's even more hilarious to have like a guy who's married and has kids and pets, and it's just the dude.
Yeah.
Just pictures of the guy everywhere. Especially like those collage frames where it's like 6 different frames smashed into one unit.
Yeah.
It's just 6 different faces.
Or that thing they used to do in the 80s. There's a meme floating around of, I think it's Will Ferrell.
Okay.
Who's the guy that did Anchorman? Was that Will Ferrell?
Yeah, Will Ferrell.
There's a meme of him, a picture going around of him wearing like giant 80s glasses and like a sweater and like a back like a black backdrop.
Okay.
In the pose, looking off in the distance, and then there's the little fuzzy corner picture of him from a different angle that they did.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, like a lot of those. Put a lot of those up.
I think I might have to play this joke on my wife, but do pictures of her.
Man.
You gotta work through this shit, and you need to go sit in like a steam room.
I'm gonna take like a triple or quadruple dose of codeine cough syrup.
I'm gonna recommend mulberry extract, but whatever you want to do. Crazy person.
Yeah, me and my crazy science-based medicine. Damn it.
I thought you were gonna turn a leaf and try ass-based medicine.
Yeah,
I guess give it a go.
I gotta get rid of this cough. I have to try ass-based medicine. Go to the old ass-based medicine blog and see what they've got up for chronic cough.
It's mostly just menthol.
So we mentioned the dildo Kaiser, or the Kaiser dildo. You could just come to the door dressed as a German Kaiser. I think there's something really funny about that.
That's good.
German Kaisers, I don't know why, but they're hilarious to me. I don't know what the reason is.
The look of the old Wilhelm.
Yeah,
Wilhelm the Deuce.
It's like, they're supposed to be like serious and scary and intimidating, I guess, and like noble or whatever, but to me they're just fucking clowns, and in the good way.
Well, the helmets are really what make it.
Those spiky pointy helmets that they had.
Yeah, I don't know what the point of it is. I really don't. Because with a lot of military stuff, you go, oh, that's why they did that. You know what I mean? Like if you have the metal come down farther in the back, you know, to protect the back of the head and the neck, you go, oh, okay, that makes sense. But like, did they really expect it? Like you'd strap on the helmet and in a dire situation, you fucking headbutt somebody and drive a spike into their gut.
like I'm wondering if I'm picturing like whole armies of these men with the head spike, and they're like, all right, formation 7, and they all just like in unison slowly bend over and start running.
Ramming speed.
They can't see where they're going, but they just start running while they're looking at their feet. How about you, again, this is a higher prop one, but you come to the door, you're not in Britain, but you're dressed as a British Bobby, and you tell them that you're running late for your shift on The Force. That's so random and weird. And British Bobby outfits are very distinctive, but they look official. But everybody
That's
knows
true.
what they are. But like, what? If I saw that, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Anything anachronistic would be good.
So we could do the thing of dressed as Wonder Woman. I think that's funny.
This applies to anybody.
Now, yeah, if you have a giant beard again, I think it would be funnier. And you're like, tea.
A lot of these too, it would help to have a partner if you have somebody who's willing to go in on the gag with you.
Yeah. Some of these are singular, and some of these require partnership.
True.
You invite the people in, and you sit them down in your nice sitting room, and you have porn, perhaps like horse cock porn or something, like playing softly in the background on your big screen.
Or actually, here's one way to play it: is you've got porn on the TV, and everybody sits down, and you go, "Oh, I'm sorry," and you just mute it.
That's really good. I love this is why I have you around. You always manage to come up with something good.
I do what I can.
You could light a fart while they're talking to you. Just like you're nodding. Just get a lighter out. Yeah, sound. Just light a fart.
Try to justify it. Sorry, I didn't want the smell. You know.
You could invite them in, sit them down in your nice wingback chairs, and you sit on a bicycle with no seat the whole time they're talking to you. You're just like, All right, let's talk about Jehovah Witnesses
Stuff. Let's talk about this no holiday bullshit. Let's hear it.
You could invite them in and very calmly and casually make a peanut butter and ketchup sandwich while you politely listen.
Yeah, any sort of fucked up food would be good. Peanut butter and onion sandwich.
You could listen to them give their spiel while you eat like a big bowl of only torpedo-shaped foods.
Do you think that the message would be sent? Do you think that'd catch on? I wonder. That's immediately because I went, that's a good idea. But then I thought, I wonder if it would sink in.
The order would be important too. You couldn't just go through a bowl of torpedo-shaped foods willy-nilly.
Right.
I would say like you start out with a Twinkie. You're like, And then you get done with that.
Go get a banana.
You reach in and you get a banana. Yes. And then you get out a hot dog. And you're like, oh. You're done with that.
You have a popsicle.
It gets a little weirder. Yeah, you get out a popsicle, and you have to go from like normal to weird. You get out a whole cucumber, and it's like not peeled or anything, and you're just like start eating it like a pickle, but it's a cucumber.
This is delicious. At that point, you start getting a little self-conscious, and you start offering. You're like, cucumber? You're like, no thanks.
And of course, you could do the old gag of like slightly filleting all your food while you're eating it. You could play the song "Pop That Pussy" while they're invited. Like have that in the background.
Whose song is that, pray tell?
I don't know who wrote it, but it basically goes, pop that pussy, pop that pussy, like that.
Just that on a loop.
Like that's part of the song. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember who wrote it. And I think I saw that in a movie somewhere, so I would have to like look it up, but I don't really give a fuck. You could fill a vodka bottle full of water and just drink the whole thing like over the time that you're talking to them.
That would be good. I would appreciate that. Huh. Let me see. Oh, fuck.
I mean, you could do the same thing with iced tea in a whiskey bottle, or however you want to roll with it. A ginger ale in a beer bottle.
True.
Doesn't really matter.
Introduce your wife as your sister and then make out with her randomly while they're visiting.
Yeah, that's a good one. I know that if you want to simulate using heroin, you can get powdered baby laxative, and
okay,
like you can cook it up in a spoon with a lighter and the whole thing, and then suck it into a syringe and inject it.
Now this is commitment to a joke.
That's commitment. That takes some prep time.
That's if you're fucking serious about this shit.
Let's see. You can.
We're the Cylons in this situation. We know you're coming, and we have a plan.
And also, there's a guy.
Well,
correct.
Clearly.
You could act like a total creep and tell them you've decided to convert to their religion while being way too interested in everything they're doing and saying, and way too clingy. Just they teach them like not to go to people's houses. They might be a little too interested.
I just thought of a hilarious idea. I wonder if different churches have a blacklist of people. Like, we went here and they did some weird shit. like this. Like if this could get you on a blacklist, or if they try harder, or if they just don't care, and they'll come back around in a year or two. Like it'd be really funny if they were like, why didn't you, why aren't we going back to that guy's house? And it's like, he had a slip and slide covered in baby oil and wanted to play, and we were just like, oh, this is weird. Ready to get the fuck out.
Another good one is get them all sat down and all comfy and ready to go, and just as they start their pitch, you tell them that you have to piss, and you go to the bathroom where and I actually have this a lot already ready as a gag, a gallon of water like stored under the sink, and you just slowly pour that into the toilet. It sounds like the longest, most powerful piss of all time. You just make the appropriate relief sounding noises.
See, you could go two directions with that. Is you could go slowly and make it sound like the longest piss in history, or you could just go we're just dump it in like 5 seconds, and you're like, all right, I'm better.
Let's see. Excuse yourself to take a shit, and then ask them if they can help you fix your broken shit-filled toilet. And if you don't have to take a shit, you go through the neighborhood and collect up a bunch of dog shit or something and throw it in the toilet. It's just jammed full of shit.
See, this makes me think of another way to riff on the one about the pitcher and feigning a piss. Is have just saying you have to take a shit, having a bag of gumdrops or something, and just dropping them from several feet up. Bloop. I just do that with 30 of them. Flush. Much better. How's it going?
That's really good. And then the final one I guess we'll cover for today is they give their pitch to you. You lie back on a sofa, take out a lipstick, and you slowly begin to apply it very badly while looking at the ceiling or vacantly off into space.
It would be good times.
So that, if you guys come up with any weird ones, write them into us on BadGuyLabsChannel@gmail.com, or post them on the Facebook or whatever, however you want to do it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, me either.
There are plenty of ways to fuck around with people when they come knocking on your door with a bunch of horse shit you don't want to deal with. So if anybody comes up with any more, I'd love to hear them.
Or if you try them, we'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, or if you have pictures, whatever.
Accidentally tweet them.
Yeah, you guys could figure it out. You're not retarded, most of you.
There's certain allowances we're willing to make.
So I guess we'll wrap it up here for
Alrighty.
This week. Hope you guys have had fun with us as usual. Remember, don't worry about shit so much. Feel good about yourself if you're not hurting anybody else. And chill the fuck out even if other people don't want to.
Tell a friend about the show. Spread the word. We rely heavily on you to keep this facility afloat. Our music is provided by The Griefs. You can find links to them on our Facebook page, which is just Bad Guy Labs. Please come find us there, like our page. We would greatly appreciate that. You can also follow us on Twitter, and there we are at Bad Guy Labs. And of course, you can always reach us by email at BadGuyLabsChannel, no dots or dashes or spaces, at gmail.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy our show. Until next time, I'm Cole Koenig on behalf of Jason Emerson saying, choke on a garden hose, or don't be afraid to be a bad guy.